Welcome to this video. Today we shall discuss environmental science, forest life, tribals, etc. We shall discuss environmental science, forests and forest life. 20% of the Indian landmass is forest. India is endowed with natural resources in the form of dense forest and wildlife. Due to existence of various landforms like mountains and rivers and plains. Many tribes live within the forest and work on collecting forest produces. They make art and craft and other useful materials from what they can gather from the forest. There is no life for them without a forest. 20% of the Indian landmass is forest. Because India has mountains and rivers, we have lots of dense forest. We have different types of forest like deciduous forest, thorny forest or evergreen forest. We have forest because of the monsoon rains. We have been endowed with natural resources like varieties of trees and animals and wildlife. People who live in the forest, people who make their living from the forest, are called mostly tribes because they do not have traditions or culture like the people in the cities and villages, but they have a special, different, unique culture, tradition, dressing style, language, lifestyle, etc. They are the tribes. They make art and craft, and there is no life for them without a forest. Indian forest has a variety of plants and animals. You can see different types of flowers or different shapes of leaves or taste of fruits in our forests. The calls of the birds and the cries of the animals are varied. In India, we have so much of flora and fauna. Flora is plant, fauna is animal. We have so much types of flora and fauna, and the tribes coexist. The biodiversity is different types of biological beings or creatures, that is the plants and animals. Flora and fauna are the two types of bio entities and they coexist along with the tribes. The tribes do not disturb or destroy the plant or the animal. They do not cut a tree. The tribes only pluck whatever is the fallen leaf or a flower that has been ripe and fallen. The tribals who live in the forest are called Adivasi because they have been living there from time immemorial, from the beginning. So Adivasis are the tribes who live in the forest, who have made forest their home. Girl Stars is a project which tells extraordinary tales of ordinary girls who have changed their life by going to school. People who live in forest do not have access to education or healthcare. So when the government started schemes to make the people go to school, Girl Stars is one such forum where the extraordinary tales of ordinary girls from the forest going to school is captured and how they going to school has changed the lives of people is told. Can you recall what do you know about types of forest? Have you not heard of deciduous, coniferous, thorny, evergreen types of forest in India? Have you heard of different types of trees? For example, tall trees or trees that have branches like a banyan, trees that have roots that come from upwards to the ground like the marshy areas of Sundari trees in Sundarban. So what are the types of trees that you know? How many types of leaves do you know? The conical leaves, the thick leaves, the thorny cactus leaves of Rajasthan. Have you studied about the usefulness of the parts of trees? Sometimes the wood is cut for timber or furniture. That is a bad use of a tree. But again, tree stores food in their stems like sugarcane, in their roots like potato, in their fruits like jackfruit, in their nuts like coconut. So we use different parts of the plant as our food. Then what are the types of animals you have studied? Maybe carnivores and herbivores, or maybe scavengers or parasites, or maybe because depending upon where they live, wildlife or domestic or farm animals, depending on the features of their food habits. Then the food chain. Without plants, there will be no animals like a deer or a giraffe. Without a giraffe or a zebra or a deer, there will be no wild animals like a tiger or a lion. So it's a food chain. Without plants, there will be no photosynthesis. Without photosynthesis, we will not get, and animals will not get oxygen to breathe. And without photosynthesis, no water vapor will be created, and then there will be lesser rain. Lesser the rain, the forest will again die. It is a cycle, and lesser the rain, lesser and lesser, forests get disappeared. Lots of people depend on the forest to earn their living. They collect the leaves and herbs from the forest and sell them in the bazaar. These leaves and herbs serve many purposes, including herbs for Indian medicine. And then they weave baskets from the bamboo. They make leaf plates out of fallen leaves. So many things. Gum or lac or honey is collected from the forests. Forests are collective wealth. That is a public property. That's a natural beauty. Forests are not only natural beauty, they are a public property and collective wealth. It does not belong to one person or one family. We should not misuse or overuse the forest resources. We should not misuse or overuse natural resources. We should not drive forest dwellers out or cut the trees. When you cut the trees, the forest dweller cannot have a livelihood, the animals do not exist, and the forest dies away. So we should avoid deforestation and we should promote afforestation. So we should not drive the forest dwellers out and we should not misuse or overuse our natural resources. Let us take a break and quickly come back.